Assalamualaikum grade 6. How are you all? I hope you all are good and also in a good situation of health. So my students, you are doing your homework and you are learning your lesson. Okay, that's very nice. Now let's continue our this novel Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens with your ma'am Manur. So let's start it. So today we are going for chapter 2, which is about a job for Oliver. But before starting it, we will take a short overview of the first chapter so that you can recall what you have read in your first chapter. And for this, let's see that what were the main characters in chapter 1. Okay. So 6th class, if we talk about the main characters in chapter 1, which was a young Oliver, the first main character and the protagonist of the novel was Oliver Twist, and protagonist mean a hero and heroine of a drama or a play or a novel, and the second one is Mrs. Mann, and the third one is Mr. Bumble, and there are other gentlemen of the workhouse. You can also say the member of the boards. Okay. So if we talk about the first chapter, in first chapter we have read about the birth of Oliver and his childhood in the supervision of Mrs. Mann, and how she treats the orphans in that orphan house. And later we have read about the mishap that happens to Oliver when he asked for more food. This was a very alarming point for the members of the board. They thought that now Oliver should remove from this house and he should go now. He should do his job because he is not only spoiling the children of this house but also affecting the environment of this house as well. So they put a board of 5 pounds for Oliver, so that any of the person can take Oliver in return of 5 pounds as a servant. So now come to chapter 2. So in chapter 2, a job for Oliver, we will see that how Oliver struggles for his life and how he faces so many difficulties to survive in his life. So let's start it. For 1 week, Oliver was a prisoner. They locked him up in a small dark room. Every morning, Mr. Bumble took him out to wash. The water was always as cold as ice. Every second day, Mr. Bumble took him to where the boys had their meals. In front of all of them, he was beaten. Oliver cried all day and all night. Mr. Bumble called him a wicked child again and again. Soon Oliver began to think that he really was wicked. So in these first 2 paragraphs you have observed that Oliver is in prison. He is facing a punishment. But why he is facing the punishment? Did you know that what he has done? Yes, it is related to our first chapter when he asked for more food. The member of the board got angry on him, so Mr. Bumble locked him in a room and then gave him a punishment. What was his punishment? Yes, we have read in this text that he is locked in a dark room. Yes. And Mr. Bumble take him for the bath with an ice cold water, and every second day he was beaten in front of all the children. So he is very depressed now, and Mr. Bumble used to call him wicked, so wicked child. And now Oliver also thinks that he is a wicked child. And wicked means someone who is very mischievous or is very sinful. So here we know that Oliver is very depressed, so he cried over all the nights and all the days. He is not well now. One morning, a man named Mr. Gamfield saw the notice on the workhouse gate. He quickly went to the gentleman of the board to ask for Oliver. Mr. Limpkins, one of the gentlemen, looked at Mr. Gamfield and said, "What do you want the boy to do?" "Chimney sweeping," said Mr. Gamfield. "I want him to climb up into the chimneys. He must clean out all the black dirt that gets up there. A chimney is a dark and dirty place where the smoke from a fire goes." So in these lines we have observed that Mr. Gamfield arrives and he wants to approach Oliver Twist because he saw the notice over the board about Oliver for £5. But he seems very suspicious. He asks for the boy Oliver, but Mr. Limpkins interrogate him that what do you want the boy to do? Why are you interested in the boy? What is the task you want to take from this boy? And Mr. Gamfield replies, "Chimney sweeping." So he wants the boy to sweep the chimneys. But it is something very dangerous task. A chimney is a dark, long row in factories or in house. From there, smokes comes out. So it is very dangerous to go up into the chimney and then clean it. So Mr. Limpkins was very curious to know that why he is interested in Oliver Twist. I want to also show you the picture of chimney. So let's see it. "That is a nasty kind of work, isn't it?" said one of the gentlemen of the board. So one of the member of the board said, "It is very unpleasant work. It is not a good work." So you have to write here the meaning of the nasty, that unpleasant. Okay, so boys have got stuck in chimneys. So the member of the board said that boys got stuck in chimneys. They also have died sometimes. They died in the chimneys when they go to sweep it or clean it. "They have, sir," replied Mr. Gamfield, "but this only happens when they will not work. They sometimes like to go up into the chimneys to sleep when they should be cleaning them." So here Mr. Gamfield is really making some lame excuses about the deaths of that boys who got died in chimneys. So he really wants Oliver Twist to go with him. But the gentlemen of the board are quite suspicious about Mr. Gamfield. They are not agree on this decision. One of the gentlemen said, "We are sorry, Mr. Gamfield, but we can't let you have Oliver Twist. The job is a very nasty one." Then he said slowly, "If you agree to take less than £5 for him, we might let you have him." "Well, how much then will you gentlemen give me?" asked Mr. Gamfield. £3, replied Mr. Limpkins. "Give me £4, said Mr. Gamfield, "and I shall take the boy away." So now we come to know that the gentlemen of the board are also making lame excuses about the job. They have no issue with the job, but they have the actual issue with the money they are giving to Mr. Gamfield. They actually don't want to give £5 for Oliver, so they ask for less money and Mr. Gamfield demand £4. Okay? "All right," said Mr. Limpkins quickly. "I agree, but really there should be no reward. Oliver is just right for you. He is small and thin, so he can get up and down chimneys easily. He does not need much food and he works hard. Give him a beating now and then and he will work for you. He will work well for you. So Mr. Lemkins has fixed the deal on £4 with Mr. Gamfield. He says to him that Oliver is very hardworking. He don't demand much food to work. You just have to beat him once a time. Then he will work like a machine for you. Okay? Mr. Bumble then took Oliver to see a judge. Judges are people who make sure everyone obeys the law. One law said that before a boy could work outside the workhouse, he must go to see a judge. The judge would ask a few questions. Then, if he agreed that everything was alright, he would write his name at the bottom of a paper. Mr. Bumble took Oliver to the judge to get a paper of agreement. On the way, Mr. Bumble said fiercely to Oliver, "Boy, if you tell the judge that you are not happy, I shall punish you. If you tell him you do not want to be a chimney sweep, I shall punish you for that too." Here we can see that writer is talking about the judges, that Mr. Bumble took Oliver to a judge because it is a law that if we are sending a boy for outside work, there will be a paper of agreement which will be signed by that boy, that if he is willing to go for the job or not. We have also observed that Mr. Bumble is torturing Oliver that not to say no or he do not want to go for job. Just say yes, you have to go from here. So now come to the next portion, which is about a kind old judge. This is the judge to whom Oliver is going to take permission for the job he is going to do outside the workhouse. So let's read it. They entered the judge's room. After the judge had talked to Mr. Gamfield and Mr. Bumble for a few minutes, he was ready to sign the paper. But Oliver was looking at Mr. Gamfield's ugly, cruel face. He was afraid and began to cry. Oh God. So, as you have read in this paragraph, Mr. Gamfield, Mr. Bumble, and Oliver are entering to the judge's room. Mr. Bumble needs the approval of judge to send Oliver from the workhouse. The judge was going to sign the paper, but he noticed Oliver. He observed that Oliver is very scared by Mr. Gamfield because he talked about the deaths of the boys in chimneys. He was so scared that he starts crying. Now let's read from this line. The judge was a kind old gentleman. He turned to Oliver in surprise and said gently, "My dear boy, you look frightened." Oliver said nothing and went on crying. The judge then turned to Mr. Bumble and said, "You, sir, stand away from the boy." Then he spoke kindly to Oliver and said, "Now, boy, tell me why you are crying." Oliver fell down on his knees. He begged them not to send him away with Mr. Gamfield. He said that it was better to go back to the workhouse and be locked away, beaten, or even killed. So when Oliver cried, it was a very alarming point for the judge. So he talks to Oliver in person. He asked him that, "Speak if there is anything bad or creating trouble for you. Why are you so scared, boy?" But Oliver did not say a single word and cry. Then the judge got the idea that there is something wrong to Oliver. He angrily says to Mr. Bumble that stay away from this boy. I need to talk to the kid. Then he asked Oliver the reason of his crying. Oliver then showed his helplessness by saying few sentences. He bows down into the knees of the judge and begged and requested him not to send him away with Mr. Gamfield. He says that it is better to die here or face the cruelty over here rather to go with Mr. Gamfield. Okay. So from these lines you can observe that how helpless Oliver is and how he is struggling in his life. He is a very young kid, but he is facing so many difficulties.
What? Cried Mr. Bumble, looking very angry. So now Mr. Bumble is angry. He shouts over Oliver. He says to him, "What are you saying? What is this? What is this behavior? Oliver Twist, you really are a wicked child." So he again called him wicked child, which he used to call him. You only think about yourself. So he says that Oliver is a very selfish boy. He thinks about himself only, and not to work for the all the people in the workhouse. He don't care about the other members of the workhouse. "Be quiet, officer," said the judge. Mr. Bumble was surprised. Then the judge turned to Mr. Gamfield and said, "I will not let this boy work for you." And he tore up the paper of agreement. So now the judge is very angry upon Mr. Bumble and Mr. Gamfield. He says to Mr. Gamfield that be quiet, don't say a single word, and then said to Mr. Gamfield that I will not allow to take this boy with you and work for you, because this is my authority to allow you or not. And he tore up the paper of agreement, and then he cancelled the paper of agreement on which he signed. To Mr. Bumble, he said, "Take the boy back to the workhouse, officer, and be kind to him." So, so the judge is now instructing to Mr. Bumble that take the boy back to workhouse and do not show cruelty over him. Be kind to him. Be polite to him. So what happened to Oliver next, we will read in this portion. You have to read this by your own self. Oliver starts work at Sorberries. We will discuss it in our second lecture. You have to read it from this to this page on page 11. Okay. And one more thing, I am also sending the link of the movie of Oliver Twist. You have to watch this till 30 minutes. Okay. In 30 minutes of this movie, you will recognize all these texts in that movie, and then you can enjoy the text. Okay, you have to watch it.